Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Mishnah Yomi Daily Double. Let's start Orlah Perek Beis Mishnah Yud Aleph and Yud Beis. This fly is balling the heck out of me. Mishnah Yud Aleph says Sor Shal Chulin Mishal Truma Shnafal Tolchisa. You have yeast or sourdough. Part of it is chulin, half of it is chulin, half is truma. It fell into so kneaded dough, right? Lo b'zekdei lachamis, b'zekdei lachamis. Neither one by itself has the amount in order to do chimus to help the bread rise. However, together, together they do have enough to make it rise. Omer achara ani ba. Right? I go after the last one, meaning if the last thing that falls in, the last yeast that falls in, the second yeast that falls in is the truma, so then it's aser. If the first yeast that falls in is the truma, so then it'll be mutter. Come say in both cases, no, truma is really a chatzi shir, right? It's not enough to cause chimutz. So therefore, right, we learned if it causes chimutz, then it's aser, even if it's less than 100. However, it doesn't have enough of the chametz. It's a chatzi shir. A chatzi shir is not aser. Now, the Rav, based on Gemara Psachim, explains the svara of Rebbe Lezer, the machlokas and Chum and Rebbe Lezer. Basically, Rebbe Lezer says achar neba is not exactly daf. It's only talking about if I go after the last one, meaning the chulin, it doesn't aser. If first truma falls in and then the chulin falls in, it doesn't aser. That's only if the truma, when I take the chulin out, right? I took it out. Right, I put the truma fell in, then I took it out, and then the heter fall in. But if it's both of them were in there together, Lezer would say zev zeh gorim is aser, right? If you have two chatzi shears, each one is chulin and one is truma, it would still zev zeh gorim. Both of them cause it. Somehow it asers. And according to the Chachamim, zev zeh gorim is mutter. If you want an explanation to the svara of the machlokes, stay tuned for Iyam Mitzion. We'll explain that a little further. Yud Beis Yozer Isha Bira Yam Talmidei Beis Shammai. He was one of the students of Beis Shammai. Amar Shalti Ramaliel Zakin Omer Bishara Mizrach. He was standing, I guess, close to the eastern gate, going into the old city. He says, like the Chachamim, it has to have enough kedei chimutz. If it's zev zeh gorim, basically like the Chachamim, like we paskin zev zeh gorim, it's mutter. This machlok is not just over here when it comes to truma. It's a machlok in various places in Shas. We learned it also earlier in Masechtas Orlah when you have a tree that's grown from partially grown from a branch of Orlah and from dirt of Chulin, right? It also, the tree would be mutter, wouldn't be considered Orlah. We learned also in Masechtas Chulin, it talks about animals that are born. One of the parents is Kilai, and one of the parents is Kilai Behem also, and one is not. So the child that comes from that union is considered to be Zev Zegar and Mutter. We pass Zev Zegar and Mutter. This is the Machlokas. I'm going to try to explain Iyam Mitzion what exactly the Svara of the Machlokas is coming up next.